Level 67. Honeybees are incredibly intelligent for their tiny size. They can communicate, navigate vast distances, and even recognize human faces. But perhaps one of the most mind-blowing discoveries is that bees understand the concept of zero. That's right, one of the simplest yet most abstract mathematical ideas. Something humans didn't fully grasp until thousands of years after we started counting, is understood by these tiny insects with brains smaller than a grain of rice. So, how do we know this? Scientists conducted experiments where bees were trained to recognize quantities. The bees were shown sets of dots, and when they correctly identified the smallest number, they were rewarded with a sugary treat. Over time, researchers introduced an empty set, 0 dots. Incredibly, the bees treated the empty set as a numerical value and correctly placed it in order, recognizing that 0 was lower than 1. This might sound simple, but it's a major cognitive leap. 0 is an abstract concept. Most animals can distinguish between different numbers, but understanding that nothing is a number takes higher-order thinking. Before this experiment, only a few animals, like primates and some birds, had been known to grasp the idea of 0. The fact that bees with their minuscule brains can do this suggests that numerical understanding might not require a big brain at all. But why would bees need to understand 0? It could be useful for decision-making in their daily lives. If a flower has no nectar, it's better to avoid it rather than waste energy. Recognizing the absence of something as a meaningful piece of information might help bees optimize their foraging and survival strategies. This discovery raises even bigger questions. If honeybees, with such limited neural hardware, can grasp 0, does that mean the ability to understand complex concepts is more about neural efficiency than raw brain size? Could it mean that intelligence, or at least numerical reasoning, evolved independently in different branches of the animal kingdom? And here's something even weirder. The way bees process 0 is surprisingly similar to how young human children and even some primates do. They struggle slightly when distinguishing between 0 and 1, but can easily differentiate between larger numbers. This suggests that the way our brains and bee brains handle numerical concepts might be more alike than we ever imagined. The more we study honeybees, the more they surprise us. Their tiny brains seem to pack an extraordinary amount of cognitive power, challenging what we think we know about intelligence.